And we're back, baby. That was a headache, man.
The man hates us.
I think it was the little music or something.
Yeah, it was Joe Biden rubbing the black guy's arm that got us booted. That sucks. I mean, it's good that we can easily jump back on and get back. We have just got to really pay attention to copyright music because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Again, when you go and you play something like we normally record our podcast. Whenever you play something and you upload it, YouTube will say this video cannot be posted unless you want to cut that out, unless you want to trim it out. And sometimes we do. We had to do that on the last podcast. Now, how does YouTube not have the technology to just mute us? Like, you were able to pick up on that song that fast. Like, why can't you just mute it for a minute until you know the song's over?
Well, it's AI, so they're going to do what they want, you know.
Stupid AI.
But it's interesting because you have people like getting on there and posting covers of songs. I mean, thousands, probably millions of people that go up there and just, play cover songs. So that doesn't make any sense.
It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. But
well,
anyway.
I'm going to try my best. If there's any music I even feel like could be a threat, I'm just going to mute it or something.
Yeah, that's fine. Although the music with that clip was priceless.
Yeah, it was. It was perfect.
So we have the issue now of we're going to do John Bird Plays the Guitar. Mm-hmm. We're going to give people a few moments to get back in here. What do y'all think about John Bird Plays the Guitar?
I mean, it should be good. Maybe just go a little off the normal pace, I guess.
Can you give
it
a John Bird flair?
No. This is a very tough song.
Well, let's do it at the very end.
Yeah, if we do it at the end, then we can correct it.
And then we'll just go ahead and give our final thoughts before you start playing.
That sounds good.
Hand me my pen back, by the way, if you don't mind. I actually threw it and hit your...
Look at the nice scar on my guitar.
Oh, surely not.
Now, keep in mind, I think Rumble kept us on the whole time.
Yeah, well, Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter all kept us on. It was Facebook and YouTube that booted us off. So hopefully, we had like 100 people watching, so hopefully they can all figure out how to make their way back.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody coming back, like Tom, Tim, Matthew in the chat. That was not our fault, but we're learning as we go.
Yeah, all of y'all are awesome. And there's going to be some confusion for some people because, some outlets or some platforms have more viewers than other people, so we can see everybody's chat, but y'all can't see everybody's chat. It just depends on where you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, you're only seeing Facebook people. YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
YouTube, you jerk.
No, don't.
I don't even care anymore. Donald Trump, they are talking about Harris might be the nominee.
Everybody, but that would make Kamala Harris the candidate?
I don't think that's true, actually. I don't think that other people would stand for it. She has some bad moments. Her moments are almost as bad as his. I think his are worse, actually.
Yeah.
But
she seems pretty senile, too.
She speaks in rhyme. It's weird. It's weird. But she has bad moments. And
in rhyme? What do you...
Well, the way she talks, the bus will go here, and then the bus will go there, because that's what buses do. And it's weird. The whole thing is weird. This is not a president of the United States future. And I think they probably have some kind of a primary, and other people will get involved.
Newsom, right?
Could be. I mean, I always got along well with him, believe it or not. But could be him, could be somebody else.
So he's again, before his time. He knew what was coming down the pipe. And he's like, they're probably going to have to go Kamala Harris. And that's what I firmly believe is going to happen. I think they're going to go Kamala Harris and end up with just trying to hang their hat on the fact that, hey, we got a black woman.
I think there's going to be an Obama involved.
He's on. I think he's on the Michelle Obama train.
Because they can put Barack as VP legally, but then there's an issue if something happens with Kamala or whoever.
So you think the two instances for your prediction is going to be either Michelle Obama is the main one or Kamala with a Barack VP?
Yes, that's what I think, and I know everybody's laughing or whatever, but wait until it's time. They got to pull out all stops. They got to go out with who's the most popular and who the person would get the most votes for.
What about you?
Well, I mean, they're going to be involved in some way, shape, or form, whether it's Kamala or whatever. I think they've been pulling the strings for a long time.
So you think, first of all, you think Biden's going to go. You don't think he's going to last.
No.
And you think Kamala's going to replace him?
If Kamala replaces him, the Obamas will be pulling the strings.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's just a given. No matter who gets in there, it's Obama's, it's the deep state, it's the machine that's calling the shots, and they always want a candidate that they can control. It's exactly why they hate Donald Trump so much, because they can't control the guy.
Yeah, an apology to the chat. Love the cats. I can't believe I brought my kids to work and exposed them to the best of filth on your 99.5 show today.
What?
We got mad about YouTube, and I think that's what she's talking about.
You said the F word.
Yeah, I said it. I never say it, but I said it.
Well,
Apologies.
actually, no, it couldn't have been that, because if they were watching on YouTube, they didn't hear that part. We were booted off by then.
True.
Maybe it's John Bird. Maybe John Bird's just being filthy, and we missed
I'm
it.
being filthy?
I don't. That's what people are saying in the chat.
What the are you talking about?
Even Tony, because we do like a different kind of attitudes towards different platforms, and because we're on 5 different platforms today, Tony was like, do we need to like cut out certain words, like cuss words? Do we need to keep it a little more PG? Because Facebook it's kind of run by boomers at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's the older crowd. It's your parents. It's your aunts and uncles. And Facebook. Yeah, and Facebook's kind of like, mine's not like this anymore, but it used to be like it's family and friends. So you try to be on your best behavior when you're on Facebook. Now most of mine's listeners, and I don't know half the people on there, but that's the vibe that I think most people have. Mm-hmm. Don't get nasty. Don't use nasty language on Facebook. But if we're bringing this show, we usually don't use nasty language, but we play clips that may have a little bit of salty language. If we're going to bring it to Facebook, Facebook's just going to have to deal with it.
What I think happened was they booted us off YouTube for the music, and that made us mad, so we said some things, and then Facebook kicked us off right after that.
Are we booted again? Because I got a dark screen.
Let's see. No. I should have never given this to. He's just the screen's locked, and he's like, "Are we booted again?"
Yeah, no, I mean it was dark.
Yeah, it's because the screen's locked.
See,
here you go, buddy. There you are.
See,
you're back.
No, well,
for what it's worth, I feel bad about the cussing.
That's live. That's live. Are you good now?
Shut up.
I'm trying to help.
I know.
I'm trying to help you. Okay, let's get through a couple more things before we got it, because we got a lot of stuff to do. Kamala Harris. Does everybody remember Judge Joe Brown?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a great TV judge. Him, Judge Judy, and others. It was a while back where Judge Joe Brown was on a podcast, and I have no idea who this is or what the podcast is, talking about Kamala Harris. He knows Kamala Harris, and he went into detail about who she really is. And a lot of y'all know this already, but the way he phrases it is absolutely priceless. I want you to watch this. It says Quan Lo, I guess, is the host. Again, I don't know who that is, but listen to Judge Joe Brown.
And you got Queenla Imhoff in there. You know who Imhoff is?
No.
Yes, you do.
Who?
Mrs. Imhoff, Vice President of the United States, who goes by her maiden name,
Miss Kamala?
Kamala Harris. She's got 2 Jewish children she adopted. She married a Jewish husband who's got a interesting...
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'll let you have that one.
No, she's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're getting banned again.
Detailed this witch in the L.A. Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody when she was at Howard.
Oh, no.
And she ain't black. You know,
I ain't got nothing to do with this, Miss Harris.
I mean, well, don't, but she's
I don't know. I'm just listening.
Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father.
Mm-hmm.
In Jamaica. I was the guest, said at the governor.
So he goes on, and I didn't actually know there were F words in there, but we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
That was not us.
That was Judge Joe Brown.
Yes.
Okay? I didn't expect the TV judge to say the F word, but listen, he's telling the truth. And it's like, to be in the Democrat Party, to make your way through the Democrat ranks, you have to just be a real scummy person. Remember the pitch of, we're going to bring decency back to America. We're going to bring decency back to the White House. Let me show you a collage of what decency the Biden administration has brought back to the White House.
Apologies.
Look at this. It says, we will bring back decency back to the White House. Is that what this says? There it is.
Yeah.
That's what the White House has brought. Okay, go ahead and take that down. They'll see Hunter Biden on there, and they'll probably ding us for that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Man.
That's what they brought to the White House.
This is real. It's all done on purpose to destroy the country. I don't know. See any other point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at Seattle and Pride Day. Did you see that?
Oh,
Naked.
God.
They're allowed them to be naked with kids on the side of the road ringing bicycles.
You know what's crazy is
naked.
I almost not that I don't know which one you're talking about, but it was I think it was San Fran
There's one
where
there, yeah.
they had I think I mentioned this last podcast. They had a fetish zone.
Yes.
And I saw a video, and there was an old man laying in an inflatable pool, and people were coming up and peeing on the guy.
It happened in Toronto, too. They had naked men walking around, and the cops said they weren't arresting them because it wasn't in the, quote, public's interest.
Right. They were like, it's fetish zone. They can do what they want. But even though it was in public. And they were doing, like, sex acts on each other and everything else. These people are sick.
Yeah.
God. These people are sick. Good Lord, man. Oh, we got to show this meme we found earlier. Look at it. You're going to love this, John Bird. You know who that is? You know who this man is?
Yeah, that's Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak. Right? Is that Pat Sajak?
That's Alex Trebek.
That's Alex Trebek.
See, I don't even know. But Alex Trebek is the host of...
Well, he was the host.
Was the host.
Of the Jeopardy.
Yep.
Jeopardy.
Yes,
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Okay. And Alex Trebek, is he dead? Is he no longer with us?
He died. He had cancer and died.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. So he's no longer with us. But here is some unseen footage that nobody has ever seen before that was from one of his last shows that he did. Watch.
Man, also known as the worst president in United States history, loves ice cream, lounging on beaches, and sniffing children. Joe.
Who is me? Wait, where am I?
Man, also...
See, nobody's ever seen that. Only you will see that only on Over the Line.
That's great right there.
Who is me? He's got a negative $46,000 on the score.
That's because of 46 president. Yeah.
Yeah. The memes, the deep fakes, the AI, y'all. It's out of control, but my God, it's funny.
It's coming back to bite him.
Yeah, T. We took your evil technology and we used it against you.
Yep.
Anyway, I just had to get some of that stuff off my chest. I've been off for a day. Did you see my pepper plants while you were at my house last weekend?
Yes, I did.
You should see them now.
They're big.
They're looking good because I started giving them plant food, garden tone, if you will. Look, actually, we got pictures of them. Here you go. Look, these are on the left side. That's the two Reaper plants, the new Reaper plants. The one in the middle in the black is a Reaper peach Reaper. The one in the back, the big one, is the ghost peppers, and then those other two small ones are, I don't know really what they are. I think one of them's a lemon basil, which I don't know how to use or anything. But if you want lemon basil, let me know. There's that's the Reaper plant. You see those little danglers there? Mm-hmm. Those are going to turn into beautiful red Reapers. And it's going to grow up and go on to burn somebody's bunghole in the future. And there's the ghost peppers.
That just doesn't look kind of
cycle of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny about that. I just wanted you to see my plants. What's funny about that particular ghost pepper is yesterday, because I had been growing them for a while, yesterday I actually picked the very first pepper off of that plant, and I brought it with me just because I want to show you. As you see, this is, show John Birds, Andrew's first pepper, all right? And here it is. Look at that beauty.
Are you going to eat it or save it?
Well,
Dry it out? And
I was wondering if you wanted to try it, actually.
You can do it, John. Just eat it.
Do it as a protest against YouTube. You know what you could do is you could just take the little tip of it and just a little nibble. Not a lot though. That shouldn't be too hot.
Keep in mind he's got to do the guitar bit in a minute.
Nah, he'll be all right.
That's not bad.
Even when it no, don't do that. Don't do that. If it burns him, it's only going to burn for like 5 minutes and then it'll die off.
Low burn.
That's when you should stop and wait. Stop, drop, and roll.
How is it?
Low burn, but more of a jalapeno type burn because I didn't get too many.
Oh, that's good.
Very dangerous.
Very
I can
dangerous.
tell. Yeah. Going further in as I would eat, very dangerous.
I will never eat a pepper from you in any form or fashion. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I have a hard time with even the
dude.
spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. That hits me hard. The orange. Oh, my God.
so it's Hippie that listens to our show. He's the one that originally gave me those.
Yeah.
And then he gave me another pack of ghost peppers, and he makes this Carolina Reaper sauce, which is like it's almost like an applesauce texture. And
Is it like a marinade?
No, you can't marinate. Yeah, I mean, this is like if you had a dropper and you wanted to put one drop on your food, that's about as far as you could go with it. Even for me,
Wow.
it's that hot. And I actually went a little over the top with it last night when we cooked tacos, and it's good at first for me, and then I realized, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I was taking it too far. But I appreciate you trying my pepper and giving me a review on that.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it was good, and the further in you bite it, the more intense I could tell. Because the second bite, I took a little more than I did the first bite, and I started feeling it coming.
So you don't want any more?
No.
You want to take it home with you?
No.
You sure?
No. My tummy is a little upset. So I hope I don't have explosive diarrhea or anything. Here, I don't think I had enough to cause that to happen.
I've often heard the gimmick that, when you eat hot peppers the next day, when you do number 2, that it burns your bunghole.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was a myth. I never had it happen to me until I got my hands on some Reapers and I used an abundant amount on pizza. I diced it up in little tiny pieces, but I was putting it on each bite. And I survived it. It wasn't awful, but it was really hot. But because I ate so many little pieces, when I went to the bathroom the next day, it was fire in the hole. Bad. I mean, bad. And so, it's true.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, it's true for anybody
Keep
that's
that milk
wondering.
handy.
Oy vey. So anyway, it's just my PSA. All right, be careful with the peppers. By the way, thank you to everybody that has come back and found this. We are so incredibly sorry for screwing up. It's our fault. We should have known not to play 10 seconds of a copyright song.
Yeah, YouTube got us for the music. Then we got mad, said some cussing, and then Facebook banned us for that too. Right back to back, I think.
Are you not allowed to cuss on Facebook? I see people cussing all the time.
All the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't use Facebook, so I don't know.
Facebook has got similar copyright rules as YouTube does. So we
okay.
probably got booted for the same thing.
Well, YouTube's algorithm must be better because it cut us right before Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube's on top of it. They're in the business of banning people. How long is it before YouTube gets back to the political hit jobs, knocking people
Early
out?
October.
You think they'll wait that long?
Yeah, I think they're going to wait towards, after the conventions and then just put it in place to where we'll be going live and we won't even cuss or nothing and we'll be cut off.
Mm. Oh, you know what? You were talking about the filth earlier who said it was... Love the Cats.
Yeah.
That's KC in Alabaster.
Of course. Of course.
He also says, my children's ears are bleeding.
Well, she gets some
Why?
Q-tips and clean it up.
I haven't sung
You
yet.
haven't even started yet. Maybe it was from where I hit your guitar with my pen.
That may be it.
It's like, oh, God.
It's very sensitive ears.
Casey is, he's a longtime listener. He messages us a lot, and he always claims his ears are bleeding when John Bird plays a guitar.
Yeah, I hear that. I was feeling really bad there for a moment, too. Shame on you.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, well, I mean, there must be a certain frequency that I hit that ruptures his eardrum.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, well, man, I don't want to cause the man pain.
Yeah, maybe you're like your music is like a Casey dog whistle. Only he can hear it.
Freaking great. A dog whistle?
Yeah. It's
That
John
means
Bird.
nobody can hear it.
John Bird plays the dog whistle. With that. What else do we got? So, Angry Shakespeare, we've been waiting on another one of those.
Yes.
That has been an absolute hit for the ages. Like, when I posted John Bird or when I posted Angry Shakespeare on social media, people lit up 50 Cent in the club. You've prepared another one.
Yes.
What song is this one?
This is 99 Problems by Jay-Z.
See how he explains it to me so slow. 99 Problems by Jay-Z.
Oh, man.
We shouldn't get dinged for this because, you know,
It's not the music. You're just reading lyrics.
right,
You can
and the
read
bad
lyrics.
and the bad words are taken care of.
Yeah, you can read lyrics.
Yeah, and
You
the
can get
orchestra
into that.
music is not copyrighted because it was like so long ago.
Yeah, 300 years ago. So
Yeah, plus we've done this before on the show and didn't get dinged for it. So let's, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, so without further ado,
It's going to be hilarious.
yeah, just put him on full screen and we will give you Angry Shakespeare with John Bird.
Good evening, and welcome to Angry Shakespeare Raps. Today's selection from the great book of rap is a real classic. By Jay-Z, it's 99 Problems, but ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 problems, but a ain't one. I've got the rap patrol on the Gat Patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics that say he's money cash hoes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zapatas, you'd celebrate the minute you was having dough. I'm like, critics. You can't kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with radio if I don't play they show. They don't play my hits. Well, I don't give a shit. So rap mags try and use my black ass so advertisers can give them more cash for ads. I don't know what you take me as or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I'm from rags to riches, I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a big ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a big ain't one. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. So hit me. The year is 94. In my trunk is raw. In my rearview mirror is the motherfucking law. Got two choices. Y'all, pull over the car or bounce on the devil. Put the pedal to the floor. Am I under arrest or should I guess some more? Well, you was doing 55 in a 54. License and registration and step out of the car. Are you carrying a weapon on you? I know a lot of you are. I ain't stepping out of shit. All my papers legit. Well, do you mind if I look around the car a little bit? Well, my glove compartment is locked. So is the trunk in the back. And I know my rights, so you gon' need a warrant for that. Aren't you sharp as a tack? You some bloody type of lawyer or something? Somebody important or something? Well, I ain't past the bar, but I know a little bit. Enough that you won't illegally search my See how smart you are when the canine come. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. A bitch ain't one.
I know. Phenomenal. Another banger from Angry Shakespeare.
It's frightening to see it because we've got a research team that picks the songs.
So good. So
Yes.
good. And what an idea that was. Like, who comes up with that? It's just good.
And it was on the air. That's what I love. All this stuff we do, it just...
That's actually that's real. Every segment that we come up with, it usually comes up organically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
if Angry Carrie will go ahead and write another book, man, we can do it.
That's all we need.
A sequel.
Angry Carrie, come on, cause come through.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Hey, when's this lady getting out? We were going to interview her.
Oh yeah. I think. I don't know. He hadn't said anything about that. He did there for a minute. He was like, yeah, my baby mama's about to get out of jail. And do you want to talk to her? And I was like, yeah, we could talk to her on the show. Like, we can bring her on the radio show or even call her from the studio. I don't know that we'd necessarily invite her.
Hey, Casey just said, I've got 99 problems and Bird is most of them.
That's funny.
Oh man,
Troll account, love it.
This is but yeah, I don't know about the deal with Angry Carrie's girlfriend. I mean, if she's willing to talk, I don't know what. Here's what I need from Angry Carrie's baby mama. I need the info to see how many books he sold. That's all I'm worried about. I want to know what the numbers are.
I know for a fact there's at least 7 sales.
Yeah, that's true. Tony bought some.
Because I bought 7 of them, yes.
And we gave them away at Jawbone like a year ago, right?
What the hell? Love the Cat said,
that's
butt chug that pepper, Bird.
Oh.
Butt chug.
I'm not shoving that up my butt. These people are getting mean.
I should have never given Bird the chat.
That's an idea, though.
What do you think about that, Bird? I mean, would it be...
We have to blur it.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
But would that mean if I did that, would I eventually throw up? Is it going to go in?
You probably bleed out your mouth.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, if we got a medical professional to come in here and do it, like to do it safely, he could just take like the tip of the pepper and just dab the oil on it.
Well, no, all right. What about this? You know those machines that stretch your back where you lay on them and you can go backwards and you can go forwards and stretch it? Why don't we do that? Lean me back, shove the pepper up my butt, and see if it travels down. Because if you think about it, when you eat something, you're standing up like this, and gravity is what pulls it down. So maybe I could do that, and gravity would pull it down. We might make the New England Medical Journal.
What an idea that
I think
is.
South Park did an episode on that, how you eat up your butt and you crap out your mouth.
There was a thing for a while that there was butt chugging going on at the University of Tennessee like years ago. Apparently, somebody in a fraternity was like funneling beer up the backside.
Oh,
and I think it was like similar to what you're talking about. Which it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't sound safe.
No.
But it probably gets you drunk.
I do remember girls in high school putting some liquor in their contact lens squeeze bottle, and some of them claimed to be putting it up their butthole, and they'd get drunk like really fast.
We're going to get banned again.
Yeah, it just appears wildly.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
But it's interesting.
You started it.
Well, I mean, you started it with the peppers. But no, it's interesting. You know, these are interesting topics that we veer off into.
Yeah.
People need to know these things.
Well, it's ADD. Gets us off track.
Yeah.
So let's try to stay on track.
Okay.
How about John Bird tattoos? Where were we at on that front?
Yes. Well, remember we asked people to send in their ideas, for tattoos. I have to say I was very disappointed with the tattoos they sent in. I do not think that they were very serious about it. So I did some computer mock-ups of what they would look like.
Okay.
So I've got some here. Now this one's not bad. It's got Joe Biden with an X through it.
Wow.
You know, I don't know if I would want, you know, if he loses or he dies, I don't know if I want to.
It's a little much, but it sends a very prominent message.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could get it lasered off.
Yeah.
That would hurt. We got the next one, which is
How about
a
that?
poop emoji on my face. I don't think that's a good look. Somebody was trying to be a smart ass.
Well, and so this one was suggested.
Yeah, these are suggested.
Oh,
ones.
okay. Maybe because we talk about poop so much on
I
the
like
show.
that one.
And then this one. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You got Beavis. Gee, I wonder what's on the other side. Butthead. Come on, man. I mean,
I was going to guess Bubbles.
Yeah, is there a Bubbles tattoo in here?
no.
Surely somebody suggested that.
No. And then the next one is Baby on Board. I mean,
Wait,
come on.
what?
I
What
know
does that
it.
mean?
I don't know.
You don't-
Boomer probably sent that in.
You don't want because this looks like it's pointing downstairs.
Exactly.
Unless you're saying it's, you know, people say like a baby arm holding an apple, you know, that's what you're referring to.
Well, I mean, I don't know. And then a middle finger. Come on. I mean, that's just going to get me in trouble.
I don't like the neck tattoos, but that could probably work.
Yeah, because you have it down and like the fingers sort of down, then you go, oh, really?
Yeah.
But that might get, you know what? That might get a 9 mil.
Okay. Like we were trying so hard
And then
to
the
get
last
this live
one.
stream
What
cut
a
off.
bunch of asses.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I blurted out some, but
He just blurted out like it's a prominent wiener. Like you didn't blur it out.
yeah. So thanks a lot, folks. Not one patriotic thing. They're just having fun. I'm not putting that stuff on my face.
Who
Boomer said put Andrew's mom on his chest.
Yeah, he said that during the show.
Yeah.
Oh no, moms always go on the arm right here.
Yeah, a little heart with the banner across that says "Mom." Who sent this one in?
I don't remember. I'd have to check. Maybe KC.
I mean, it kind of looks like a middle finger. So if you got tired of that, you could swap it. You could definitely turn that into a hand.
Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah,
It's getting bigger and bigger.
maybe. Okay, all right, Tony. That's
getting
good.
excited.
Let's zoom.
Dude, this is what's crazy. Is John Bird says I blurred it out. You see how do you blur that out? That's
yeah, it's not. It's hard to blur a drawing out like that. Yeah.
Imagine
Tony, you can back that out anytime you want, buddy.
Imagine the people.
Butthole.
Imagine the people that just joined. They just joined this podcast, and this is the first thing they're seeing.
Oh my gosh.
I need some water, but let's not. We're not doing that again.
We're all trying really hard here, okay?
That was good. Do you remember who sent that in? Did you say?
No, I have to look it up. I want to
make sure.
we'll expose them for who they are.
Yeah, I want to credit them because I honestly, I'm not suggesting you get that tattoo, but I think it was the best one. I really do.
Really?
So, yeah, I think so.
Well, man, none of them were that good. I mean, the Biden would be. I guess maybe Beavis and Butthead. Maybe if they're a little smaller on there, or I could do a Beavis and a Butthead there, or on my butt, Beavis and Butthead.
There was something I came across the other day. I'm about to send it to you, Tony Gump. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna look. Here we go. It was a PSA because that's kind of what we're talking about with the tattoos. You're sending a message.
Yes.
PSAs, and we know this in the radio business, are a vital service that the government uses or different organizations use. But nobody ever puts out a PSA for the people that put out PSAs. Nobody ever puts out a PSA on the government. And I think it's vital that we start doing that because I came across this PSA just yesterday. I want you to see it.
Is this okay to play?
I hope so.
Usually, the mentally retarded are divided into classifications. The educable, the trainable, and the custodial. Obviously, we can only assess the abilities or potential of the mentally retarded on an individual basis. Seemingly random motions and movements are fairly common among the custodial retarded, and they may take many forms. Sometimes there are motions which seem to have no meaning whatever and may even cause unintentional self-inflicted injuries. The vast majority of the mentally retarded are intelligent enough that they can be taught a great many things. However, there's a wide range of ability even among those considered educable. And their ability to learn obviously varies according to their level of intelligence. Equally important is a stimulating environment. However, we must remember to set realistic standards that are not too high for the individual. Many of the trainable retarded can learn to take certain kinds of household responsibilities, some of which may be more complex than they are usually given credit for. It would be wrong to expect a mentally retarded person to become a master craftsman. The standards are too high. But even in the skilled trades, for example, the mentally retarded can be trained to become valuable assistants. Who are the mentally retarded? They are people. They come in both sexes and in all sizes, shapes, creeds, and colors. Wherever people live, there also live the mentally retarded.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So anyway, important PSAs for the American people. We will continue to drop those for you
We do
guys.
PSAs on the station. This is one we should do.
You think we could run that Monday? You think we could get by
Yeah, it
with
would
it?
have to be our Fred Wells show.
Oh, that's good though. That's a PSA everybody needs. I think we got booted again on YouTube. You want to check that?
No, I mean,
Are we still up?
No, I think we're up.
I'm looking good.
Are we still up? Okay. Somebody said gone again, so I'm like, oh god.
Oh no.
No, it seems we're still up.
Yeah, no, that's a little behind.
Hold on. Let's wait for it.
Oh no.
Was it playing?
No.
No, it's
still on.
It's still on. Okay. This is such a headache.
Well, we're learning as we go because usually this is radio kind of thing.
We have to have. All three of us need to. Next time we get a show together, we need to look at what we're bringing to the table, and all three go through each one to make sure that there's no music in there. Because I don't know, like some of these guys.
Yeah.
You think about like Tim Pool or what's the other guy, Salty Cracker you watch, and these guys who live stream on a regular basis. I mean, after you do it so many times, you get used to it and you know what to do and what not to do. But it's got to be tough.
But there's multiple companies out there that have free, royalty-free music.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just pull from that? I've got a couple of them saved, and it's not bad music, and there's tons to choose from. So,
well, where we're getting dinged is videos of things that just happen.
Why,
in background
why
music.
wouldn't they do that? It's much easier to do that to me than take a chance with that.
Now, I hear all the big boys talking about the music mainly, like Officer Tatum and Anthony Brian Logan and Pat Patrick David and all them people. They all were worried about the music more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to... Should we just put a big sign in here that says no music? And if Andrew gives you music, Tony, mute it immediately.
Yeah. I think they give you like 4 seconds or 5 seconds, and then you got to mute it or talk over it.
Yeah, and that's enough time to kind of recognize. I mean, when it was that old music that we were just playing, stuff like that's fine. But what's the song that was playing when he started rubbing the dude's arm?
George Michael.
No.
Yeah,
That's George Michael? I thought it was some saxophone guy or something.
No, I mean, he played there's saxophone at the beginning.
Oh, you're right. It is him. I remember the lyrics.
George Michael plays the skin flute.
Yes, he does. He plays many different instruments.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He does.
He would
did.
He would have been very good at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest as well.
He probably would have. Might have won.
Might have won.
But we'll never know.
No, we won't. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what direction to go. We have a wheel of segments for the people.
We do.
Should we go ahead and pull the trigger on that and then get into John Burt Plays the Guitar? Because John Bird Plays Guitar has got to be the very last thing we do in case we get booted. Now, if we get booted, we're only getting booted from Facebook and YouTube. So for people on Twitch, people on Twitter, Rumble, y'all still got us. We're still good there. But I don't know if they're going to pick up on your song, which is going to be what?
Don't Stop Believing, which is a tough one. It's the toughest one I've ever done.
And it's a very recognizable song, especially to AI.
You think that's even tougher than We Didn't Start the Fire? Because I'd have a problem doing that one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the big thing is the guitar is fairly complicated and the singing is way up there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
All right.
so you got to react differently.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do the wheel of segments. Now, our plan was to put the wheel on camera, but the wheel is so big, because I didn't realize you were bringing the wheel.
I had to strap it on top of the Mustang.
It is out in the lobby, in the green room, in the waiting room. So you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to go over there and spin the wheel. And once the computer tells us what it is, you've got to run back in here so we can announce it together.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
just go out there and spin it
So
real
go
quick.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and go. Let us know when you're ready.
I'm going to give you a 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Wait, no, you need to say...
Oh, yeah. I'll do it then. You just
Okay.
spin it when you hear me say it, okay? Here we go.
This is hilarious.
You know, I went like 5 days without the wheel, like a week or two ago when John Bird wasn't there. He
This
took
is
the
the
wheel
first
home
time the
with him.
wheel's been here at the studio.
It absolutely has. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the wheel of segments. Let's go, baby.
Come on, give us something good.
Is that poop?
Is that poop? Come on, John Bird. Hurry.
Oh, no.
Ready?
Poop.
Here we go. You ready? Is that poop?
Is it really poop?
When you poop, it smells like a poop.
I got it.
And sometimes it's solid, but sometimes it's goop. When you poop, well, what you eat's in your poop. If you eat alphabet soup,
Watch us get kicked for this song.
Surely this wouldn't be.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, if they've got a copyright deal on the poop song, then we're just screwed altogether.
Yeah.
We're just screwed all the way
Can't
around.
copyright the poop song.
Okay. I'm going to. Normally, I would have these printed out, but I'm gonna just pull them up and
Just
on
send 'em
my
in.
end,
Yeah.
and Tony Gump will show them on the
All right.
on the screen there.
I'm
Actually,
ready
I'm gonna
for-
have to read them on the screen because I don't even have them. Okay, is that poop? That's a segment about poop, as you know. First up, story says, man tortured and starved girlfriend's children because he didn't want them to have to poop.
That's horrible.
Is that not disgusting?
What? At some point, even if it's small and like hard little balls like a rabbit, I mean, they're going to have to poop.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, it'll kill you if you don't poop.
Well, kill you, I guess, if you don't eat either.
Houston man has been sentenced to serve life in prison this week for severely abusing 2 small children over the course of 2 years, including a multitude of horrific acts such as withholding food because it makes the children have to poop. Victor Prado, 45 years old, has been convicted after being accused of beating 2 small children, restraining them with zip ties, and withholding food from them in 2019 and 2020. It says, our children are our most valuable resource and our most vulnerable victims. That's according to the DA. Prado worked at a Southwest Houston commercial office building as the owner of a moving company. This guy owned a company. Like this was somebody's boss. Could you imagine? You get to work Monday, and he's like your boss. He's going his life in prison. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Go back up. It's just the camera was blocking it. Prado has been accused of beating okay, we did that. He was dating a woman who was the mother of a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. He let them Prado let them live in the building. A witness told police that the building was for commercial use and was not suited for children, as it was not equipped with a kitchen or a shower. Witness who filed a complaint with Child Protective Services earlier that month said he had previously seen the couple leaving the office building at night without the children and would also sometimes hear the victim screaming at night. God almighty, dude.
Where's the wife?
Yeah.
It's her kids.
How do you, I don't know that, and I understand some people say when it comes to the death penalty, like that's an easy way out for people. But I find it hard to not say, can we just do the death penalty in these situations?
Here's what I would do.
Unalived penalty, YouTube.
I would take fossilized feces from cavemen and I would shove them up his ass until he died.
I mean, that's an option.
Yes, it is. I mean, that is disgusting.
You could take this.
Yep.
And put that up the poop chute.
Down. Yep.
I have heard of people doing not feeding their animals because they were tired of poop that way before.
Yeah, that's
human beings.
Yeah.
That
animals
was,
too. They're our friends, remember?
Yes, that's right.
I did not think this is how we were going to start the wheel for the first time on
well, you don't go a show without mentioning poop at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, give us a funny diarrhea story, dude.
All right, let's go with this one. Here we go. I got a tipped truck, like it tipped over. It splatters a Connecticut homes with giant wave of liquid poo.
I'm sorry I asked for that.
It says, Connecticut neighbors are in deep doo-doo after a manure truck tipped over and splattered their homes, yards, and cars a giant wave of liquid poop. It was like literally a waterfall of brown, said one neighbor. All of a sudden, we see the sewer come out of the truck, and then the petrol was coming out of the top. It just flooded down our property. The rig rolled over and collided with a car in the sleepy neighborhood Tuesday, spraying gallons of the stinky goop across the side of Bedard's house. Bedard's house. There we go. Look at these pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's messy. The flood of feces covered a neighbor's car and caused a pond-sized puddle of poop to pool up between their yards. I heard a big bang, like a bang bang, loud metal. Who are they quoting, Joe Biden? Listen to this quote. I heard bang, like bang bang, loud metal. What?
He ain't from around here.
Yeah, that.
Sure, the national pressure.
That was her. Lives near the blah 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 blah. I went, oh geez, oh my gosh, the truck was upside down. You literally see tires. It was still kind of like in motion. It finally came to a stop after it hit my neighbor's car. I cannot read this person's transcript. Look at all that poo.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. What's the next picture?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
That's a lot of poop.
Wow.
Man. You got to declare that a state of emergency because, you know, that stuff's nasty, diseases and stuff.
Right. And, yeah, a lot of people could get really sick. But imagine coming out to that.
If it hit their yard, their grass is going to grow like exponentially.
Right.
Peanuts and corn everywhere.
Yeah, man. All this stuff.
Take out a window.
You think what that neighborhood smells like after that, even if there's this dramatic cleanup and everything else, it's just like you can't. That's something that's going to be sticking around for a while.
Yeah. And what if you take a lot of pride in your yard? Maybe you won yard of the year before. It's over with. You're going to have to dig it up because that stuff seeps in the ground.
You hear your husband on the front porch and he goes, oh, shit. And you're like, oh, God, what happened? No, literally, it's everywhere.
Oh, my. At least nobody was standing outside, kids playing.
I don't know. I didn't read the rest of the story. It might have been. I bet there might have been kids covered all over the neighborhood. But let's move on because that's disgusting anyway.
Yeah.
Next up, HOA board member caught on video pooping in neighbor's yard.
There we go.
Total classic.
There we go.
Total classic. This is in New Palestine, Indiana. A retiree and board member of a neighborhood HOA is accused of defecating not once but twice on the side of a neighbor's house and was denying the act until confronted with video evidence. Court documents reveal how a homeowner in New Palestine went out to mow his lawn on May 29th only to find a pile of human feces beside his air conditioning unit. This wasn't the first time the homeowner found human poop piled beside his home, and it wasn't the first time he caught the culprit on camera either.
Is that the guy?
That's the guy. According to the court documents, the homeowner caught an unknown woman on video surveillance entering his lawn on May 2nd. That same day, he found she left a gift piled alongside his house. After a second pooping was perpetrated on May 29th, the homeowner contacted police and handed over surveillance footage that captured the serial pooper in the act. In footage shared to Fox 59, a woman is clearly seen dropping her pants in broad daylight and squatting beside the air conditioning unit to empty her bowels.
Oh man, she should have worn like a sundress or something, pants.
Yeah, if you're,
you got to lean way over.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that posture. Look at that form.
Yeah, is she holding on to something?
No, it looks like she's hovering.
Man,
anybody else get Amber Heard vibes on this?
Yeah. Deputies ended up pegging the.
Come on, keep it clean now.
That's what it says. Deputies ended up pegging the serial pooper as a retiree who not only lived in the area but was the sitting board member of the neighborhood HOA.
You mean the shitting board member?
The shitting board. This is the shitting board member of the HOA. Documents reveal when confronted, the 74-year-old woman denied defecating against the man's house. Once confronted with the video evidence, she allegedly changed her tune and fessed up to doing the deed. According to the court documents, the woman told deputies she had no vendetta against the homeowner and simply had to use the bathroom.
Oh, of course.
The homeowner told Fox 59 that he does have an ongoing issue with the neighborhood HOA. Though court documents show that he admitted to deputies that he did not know any members of the HOA personally and wasn't aware she was an HOA member at the time of the incident. The woman has since reportedly stepped down from the neighborhood HOA. Court records reveal that she is charged with criminal trespass, criminal mischief, and public nudity, all misdemeanor crimes.
Man.
Now, who really likes HOAs anyway? You know.
Yeah.
Shitting board member.
I mean, is she still going to be a board member?
No, she stepped down. Or she sat down.
She squatted down, yeah.
She squatted down from the board member. So
wait, what is it? Have you had a ghost poop?
It's John Bird. We can't keep John Bird from just jumping ahead. I'm gonna have to block out the screen so he can't see it.
A quick story about HOA. I knew there was this guy in Idaho that had a problem with his HOA. He kept his house, bought a new house, and he purposely put a bat nest or whatever in his backyard because there was nothing in the HOA against bats. Apparently they're a protected species.
Wow.
So there was all these, like, I'm talking hundreds if not thousands of bats going in and out of this backyard, and it ruined the neighborhood.
Yeah, HOAs are just, I mean, that's just asking for trouble because I've never been a part of one, but every time I hear stories of HOAs, it just seems like a nightmare.
I mean, if they would act reasonable, like, for instance, if you've got grass that's 2 feet tall, it would be reasonable to say, look, you need to cut your grass, you need to trim it.
Right.
But, it's like, no, you can't paint that. You have to paint it this color. Here are your choices of colors. That's BS.
Yeah, see, I don't. I understand the reasoning behind it. You don't want your neighborhood to look like crap because we've all got neighbors that were like, man, that place looks trashy or whatever. But at the same time, like, you get HOA board members that feel like they've garnered power over people, and they start to get this complex.
Yep.
And they start flexing the muscle and trying to rule the neighborhood, king of the castle, and then they're out there in your yard with a ruler.
Kind of reminds me of the country right now, If the right people were running it the right way, we wouldn't have any problems.
Right.
Exactly.
Being on the HOA is like being, an old man with dementia. or living with the mentally retarded.
Pooping in the side neighborhood yards.
Just by the way, that was from a PSA.
Yes, it was not our.
Wasn't my idea.
The views and opinions expressed by that PSA are not the views and opinions of Over the Line Incorporated Corporation.
Correct. I guess we need to do some bonus poop stories since John Bird kind of jumped ahead of us. So here's a Fox News. No, this is NBC4 out of New York. The headline says, "Have you had a ghost poop? Doctors explain the surprisingly common phenomenon." Is ghost poop common? Does everybody in this room have ghost poops?
A ghost poop would be a fart, wouldn't it?
No. Ghost poop is where you poop and then you wipe and there's nothing there. So you did poop, but there was nothing, like it was a clean sweep. You take a swipe, the toilet paper's got nothing on it, and you're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah, you should be congratulated for that.
Correct.
Oh, it goes.
That happens to me every time when you got a bidet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But there's still poop, so I've never had a ghost poop.
Yeah, ghost poop only counts when you're not using a bidet. You got to be regular pooping, and then when you wipe, and it's always exciting when that happens, too. I think we all can admit that we're like, yes.
Yes.
Because sometimes... you gotta wipe more than other times.
There's nothing like a good, clear, clean wipe at the end. I love it.
Yeah, a clean booty hole results in a clean conscience.
It does,
because if you even think you didn't get the job done, it will haunt your mind all day long.
It will. It'll bother you,
and then it starts
itching.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's where the hell are we going with this?
And then listen, even if you go and you confirm it's cleaned up, it still itches. So it's just...
Well, there may be a hemorrhoid issue. Then you have to look a little deeper.
Yeah.
It's like the itch before the burn and before the whatever.
It's either you have a ghost poop or the residual haunts you like a ghost, but it's not the ghost.
Or you can have a Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, you got to have a Pearl Harbor moment.
That's bad.
That is really
Pearl
bad.
Harbor is really bad.
Very sneaky.
So the doctors say about the ghost poop, it says, ever taken a ghost poop? For a topic most people shy away from talking about in real life, bowel movements are an extremely popular subject of discussion online and on the radio and on podcasts. So-called ghost poops have gone viral on TikTok, where you can find countless videos of people talking about the mysterious fecal phenomenon.
Wow.
Typically, when we go number 2, we see some evidence of in the toilet bowl or on the toilet paper. When you could have sworn you passed stool, but there's no sign of it, you may have had a ghost poo. Now, wait a minute. This seems to be not only a clean wipe, but there is no poo in the bowl.
Now, see, that's more of a torpedo. A torpedo is one that shoots out really fast and goes in the water, and it does that little turn.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'd call it ghost, but I would call it torpedo.
Okay.
A torpedo.
Well, you're not a doctor, John Bird. These guys are.
Well, yeah, but they call it ghost poop. It's a torpedo.
It says, while ghost poop isn't a term you'll find in the medical literature. Patients, shut up, NBC. Patients definitely are interested in talking about ghost poops and ask me about this commonly. I have had such a hard time reading very simple words as of late. That's according to Dr. Fecal. Wait, Dr.
No, it's not.
Dr. Fecal Schnall?
No.
Sussman? No, Dr. Felice Schnall Sussman, gastroenterologist and professor of clinical medicine at Weill Cornell Medicine something. What is a ghost poop? This is what we need to know.
Okay.
It says, according to social media and doctors, which are totally the same thing, a ghost poop can refer to a few different bowel-related phenomenons.
Okay.
The sensation of needing to poop, which ends up being gas.
Happens.
A stool that sinks to the bottom of the toilet and disappears. Or a stool that leaves no trace on toilet paper after wiping. So, there's 3 categories for ghost poop. I was right with one, you were right with one, and then apparently a fart can constitute as a poop. And those usually smell the worst too.
Yeah, I would disagree that a fart was a ghost poop.
Yeah, I don't. I think they should knock that out as well.
Yeah.
In most cases, pooping is a well-orchestrated and coordinated movement. According to some doctor at NYU, the nerves in our rectum, our brain, and the anal sphincter muscles all work together to release stool at the right time.
It's a complicated process.
He said sphincter.
She says, quote, the sphincters in our rectum are incredibly intelligent and sensitive parts of our body. This part of the body can actually distinguish between air, liquid, and solid and selectively let one thing out and not the other. During defecation, the rectum senses pressure from stool that has entered in and lets your body and brain know it's time to defecate.
So there's little triggers in the colon.
Correct. It says the anal sphincter muscles then push the stool out of the anus in a controlled way.
Okay, but then you have the bird dogging.
Oh, no.
Explain bird.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
bird dogging is when you have to go, and you know you have to go, but you feel like, well, I need to go, and you kind of push, and it starts to come out. But then when you stop pushing, it bird dogs back in.
Yeah. I call that the Felipe effect.
The Felipe effect?
Yeah.
Turtle head. Yeah.
Turtle head going back in the show. Oh, that's bad. You don't want
that one's bad.
Because then you got to start all over.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to really concentrate.
Yeah, I pulled a stomach muscle one time.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, get this out. Yeah.
It says sometimes the bowel movement we sense coming isn't poop at all. It's gas. You may feel the sensation of needing to go number 2. Sit on the toilet, try to push out, but nothing comes out.
Yeah.
During this type of phantom poop, your body and brain gear up for a bowel movement without actually having one. And the other type of ghost poop is one where one that passes quickly and sinks to the bottom of the toilet and disappears before you can see it.
Yeah, torpedo.
You may go flush it and realize there's no sign of stool in the bowl. It is so well formed, you pass it so easily that you barely even know. All stool will eventually sink and stink, she says, but some are heavier and sink immediately. The final type of ghost poop, which is where I was at, sometimes called a ghost wipe, is poop that leaves no visible residue on toilet paper after wiping or no trace after washing. No matter your preferable post-poop hygiene method, you can't find any evidence afterwards. Well, what kind of other method would you have besides wiping? You digging in there trying to I gotta find something.
Yeah. I know something came out.
It says what causes ghost poops. I don't even care at this point.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with that.
Ghost pooped out.
People are typing JJJJJJJ in the chat.
Now, I do know if it ends up floating at the top, you got an acidic problem. But if it goes right down to the bottom, you have plenty of water in your diet. So if your poop is floating, you need to get more water in your diet.
Gosh, I already drank a gallon and a half.
Is that real? Like you're dehydrated if it floats?
I have a buddy who has UC, ulcerative colitis, and he has a problem going. And he told me about that because he did all the research.
Fascinating.
Man.
That's interesting. You want to do another poop story?
No, please God, no.
We'll do one more.
Here's a BuzzFeed.
Oh no.
If your poop looks like this, it's time to see a doctor. See, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. Scroll down. Let me see what we got here. Figuring out what's normal and what isn't can be challenging.
God.
If you don't, we went too far. If you don't know what to look for, we're trying to help people, John Bird. We got to show them what it looks like so they know what they're looking for. Bowel movements can change from person to person depending on his or her diet, physical activity, and how much water they consume and what medications they take. It goes on to say that everyone has their own barometer of how often they're...
Ironically enough, I just saw David Lynham say something on the chat. Shout out to David Lynham, X5 podcast.
He said, "Oh shit!" No, "Oh shit" is right, actually. Everyone has their own barometer. All right, here we go. Black and or tarry stools. We call this one the Obama. You scroll down. It says surgical director at the Center for Inflammatory Bowel and Colorectal Disease at Baltimore's Mercy Medical Center. Mercy. Oh, Mercy. Oh. He said if your poop is black, not just dark brown, you should be concerned. This means bleeding is happening from an upper GI source like the esophagus, stomach, or small bowel.
Oy.
That's not good. Bright red blood in your stool.
That definitely can't be good.
I don't think they have a picture of that, thankfully.
No. Yeah, just her flesh.
There's the maroon-colored stools. What do you think that is?
I think that's early bleeding because it comes out maroon. It's not as bright red.
Okay, go to the next one. I don't want to get into the details of this. It's weird. Pale, oil, and especially foul-smelling stools.
Looks like John Bird's tattoo, kind of.
Yeah, it is.
That said, that one's normally seen with malabsorption. Malabsorption.
Yeah, we've got a commercial advertising that.
What is that?
It's oily stool.
Okay. Stools that are different than your typical bowel movements.
Those look like little pastries or something.
Yeah, those actually look delicious.
So if you're running down the hall and you have a bunch of little poots come out, so that's what
it's a Valentine's Day poo.
Little pink Hershey kisses popping out your butt, and that's what you've got.
Each poo should have a message on it like "I love you" and "hug me."
Right. Valentine's poo. Then it says watery diarrhea after a camping trip. What? Like an RFK going to the Africa and getting a brainworm camping
trip, parasite or something.
It says that this can be due to Giardia, which is an organism that is found in fresh water, and the reason that you should always boil and sanitize water from mountain streams or lakes. Ingestion of that organism can result in whatever that thing is, which leads to abdominal pain and persistent watery diarrhea. She's the next one.
What?
Now the mucus in the stool is true. My buddy that has the UC had
that
this
was one
problem.
of my favorite movies.
Mucus
from the 90s.
In the stool.
Mucus in the stool. Yeah, it was a buddy cop movie.
I would not be surprised if John Bird comes out one day and he says, I was in a band back in '94, and it was called Mucus in the Stool. That is actually a great band name.
It is.
Hard or infrequent stools. That's simply constipation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that could be a lack of water.
Yeah, it could be. Loose, watery, or frequent stools. That's a bad thing.
Is there an explosive in that? Because
no.
I've had
no explosive. That was it.
No painting of the walls or anything?
No, but I remember you telling that story.
Yeah.
Do you want to recount that real quick? Or?
Well, I used to have IBS really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not funny. It was bad.
Sorry.
It was bad. And like I might be driving home, and one time I was driving home, and I was maybe 5 miles outside. I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. So I just look straight ahead. I empty my mind of everything, and I just focus on getting home. And it's just like, so I get to the house, I run up the stairs, which was not necessarily a great idea. I get to the bathroom, I try and yank my pants down, and I do get my pants down, but I don't get on the toilet fast enough.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I cleaned that for 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. But fortunately, I'm cured of IBS.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's very good.
Yes.
I'm glad. That sounds horrific.
It was. It was traumatic.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd never had that happen before. Well, not like that.
Hopefully that'll never happen again. I didn't plan on going into that long of a poop segment. We just talked about poop for 30 minutes, which is not surprising to anyone, but here we are. We got to do John Bird Plays the Guitar.
Yes.
Which I'm nervous about. Before we do this, and Tony posed this question before the show started. If you could go back in time and change one event or stop one event or react to an event that maybe would change the course of history, anything, it's a very broad category. what would that be, Tony?
Well, I know what I would say. I just had this question at a dinner at a family reunion, and most people said JFK or kill, the World War II guy. But I would go back and kick whoever ass made the first participation trophy. I think that's rare.
Boy,
stuff.
that took us downhill.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
really,
good, though. It's good.
the Spirit Award, 4th place, you get a yellow ribbon or something. No, keep it first, second, and third, and keep competition real. That's
But you know what? You might have to go gangster on him and take him out.
Think about, though, what participation trophies have done to society.
When did that really start anyway? Maybe the 80s or something?
Late 80s?
I don't know. I don't remember I mean,
it's like now if you just show up, you get a big trophy, and you go home.
I will take it back. I remember in like middle school, and they would have track and field, and I was never one to get into the upper rankings, like first, second, third place. But they would always give the rest of us a ribbon, and it was one particular color. It was green or it was blue or whatever, just showing that you were in the competition. So, yeah, you're right. Maybe it goes back to, at least the mid-90s.
What good did that make good for you as an adult to get a participation trophy as a kid? It did nothing good for you later on in life.
No. You just sit at home with loose and oily stool thinking that you deserve something.
I mean, we didn't get no participation. I'd have trophies everywhere. I participated all the time, but I only got placed a few times, and I kept those.
John Burr, did you ever get any participation trophies?
No.
Never.
I did not. However, the first participation trophy occurred on February 8th, 1922.
Okay, I'm going back in time.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
And who was it? Who did it?
Is that in San Francisco or something?
It was a Massillon, Ohio newspaper, the Evening Independent. They announced the high school basketball tournament, and they gave participation trophies to the losers.
Wow.
So you hear that, 1922, I'm coming for you.
Wow. Yep. That's much further back than we expected.
Yeah. I mean, it's frightening.
What about you? If you could go back in time and change one thing.
Okay, I would, and this sounds awful, but okay, I'm an agent. I'm a federal agent. Okay?
I thought you said it was an Asian.
No, I'm a federal agent. I would go back in time to probably 1960.
Yeah.
And I would kill all the Beatles.
What?
except for Ringo.
Why?
Well, Ringo didn't really have anything to do with it.
Why are you killing the Beatles?
Because I know a lot of their songs, and jump forward to 2024, or let's say we jump forward to 1998, okay? I know all those songs. I take them for myself, and I become one of the biggest pop icons in the world.
Oh, okay.
They made a movie called Yesterday about this.
Yeah, but he didn't kill them. They just weren't there. And actually, it may have been a continuation of what I did. They just didn't show what I did to them.
You mean unalive them?
Yes.
Unalive.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Yes. Earlier I said kiss them.
Okay.
I would have kissed them.
So,
but it's like an Italian thing. I would kiss them before I would unalive them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it makes sense if you're just trying to steal their music, and you want to get credit for it. I understand. I just thought you just wanted to unalive people.
No. Oh no.
So,
no, and there would be some cultural significance, because how would the 60s have turned out like they would?
It's true.
Now, without the Beatles, how many bands created after the Beatles because of the Beatles? There'd be so much music we missed out on.
There'd be another version of the Beatles. I think so.
Well, not to that extent, and because a lot of the bands would probably suck. So then I would come along, I'd have a better shot at it, because I would have all these great songs.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
See, I don't know.
All history picks the Beatles, huh?
Yeah. Well, at least we know now. If we get a time machine, what you're going to do.
Yes.
For me, I would, if I had a time machine, I could go back and do one thing. I would go to Scranton, Pennsylvania. I would go to Scranton, Pennsylvania. I would take a condom with me.
Uh-oh.
And I would...
No.
I would not hand it to Joe Biden's dad. I would physically put it on Joe Biden's dad's wiener.
Oh my goodness!
Just because I want to make sure he's using protection.
So you'd have to find out the night that the conception took place.
No, I just tell him you got to wear this for the rest of your life.
Well, what if
just in case?
But I mean, isn't Joe Catholic? He's Catholic. He's
true.
part Mexican. He's part African American.
Puerto Rican. Black.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Dad was Catholic.
Yeah, listen, you're making this too complicated. I'm just trying to get Joe's dad a condom, okay? So
just chop off his wee willy winker. Boom, take care of it.
What is John Bird so violent today?
Well, no, sometimes to change history, you got to do some things that you don't want to do.
You got to Lorena Bobbitt?
Yeah.
You
know?
Boomer says he would go back 2 hours in time and not play that video that got it taken down.
Listen, that is going to haunt us forever.
It's a learning curve.
But what we're going to do is we're going to re-upload this on YouTube, and we're going to splice it together so it's all going to be one thing you can watch for people that missed it.
We need to get with David Lynham and X5 and learn all these tricks and how they do it.
Yeah, David Lynham needs to bring us on the X5 podcast. They had, by the way, Steve-O in studio a couple days ago. If y'all have not seen that, look up X5 podcast on YouTube and watch that video. It was actually really funny. Steve-O was talking about getting a boob job or something, so I don't know what's going on there. But good luck to him. I do say good luck, and you should be accepted in society because, you know, we're in the day and age of trans and all that.
And maybe it was a pec job.
Maybe, but yeah,
You know,
maybe it may
just to look more muscular.
Where you do the butt implants. Maybe it's just one of those deals.
Steve-O's pretty crazy. He'll do just about anything.
Yeah,
and,
good Lord.
I hope he's doing well for himself and he didn't have to resort to this.
Yeah, I hope he understands what he's getting. Because if you do that, don't you get like saggy skin and stuff?
I would think as you got older, you would.
David says that he's getting it done. It's a done deal, and it's purely for comedy. So, because what I understood on their podcast is one of the guys says, "Hey, I got my checkbook. I will pay for your implants to get put in and taken out." So the X5 guys are 100% behind making this happen with Steve-O. It's just.
That's kind of far. These X5 guys are really nice, by the way, in person. But to go that far, what do you want to just know what it feels like for a minute?
Man.
You can put fake ones on or something.
He says they're doing it under the muscle, so it's going to be more like a pectoral. It's not like he's getting double Ds.
Right. So he's going to be under the muscles. My gosh.
Steve-O's a champ when it comes to dares and stuff.
He says the best titty doc in the world assures he'll never get any signs of them being in there. Never get any signs of them.
He's getting D cups.
Oh my God, he's getting D cups? Good Lord, man. This is crazy.
That's insane.
Listen, we're going to, now that this is a topic of conversation, we're going to chronicle this on our show. This is going to be a Steve-O gets titties from the X5 podcast reaction videos. Yeah, go ahead and pull this up, and let's see if we can find the short clip of that. Because type in Steve-O on the thing.
Oh, Steve-O.
Yeah, we're just gonna show y'all instead of sitting here talking about it.
Let's see.
Hopefully these guys don't. That's the full episode. There you go.
2 minutes right here.
Yeah, that's it.
You think, are we allowed to play this?
David, if we're not allowed to play this, we'll apologize on the backside.
Okay.
I'm sure they don't
Sorry,
care.
David.
Here we go. This is Steve-O just the other day on the X5 podcast here in Alabama, right outside of Birmingham.
My Gone Too Far tour is like really just kind of nuclear. I came up with the idea a few years ago to get a boob job. And just like the opportunity for comedy, I believe, is absolutely there. Like that level of commitment. I'm only gonna have these tits for like max 2 months,
right? So
and then they're coming out.
So 2 months.
Yeah, and I spoke with the doctors, and like I said to them candidly, I was like, the one thing I'm really like freaked out about and bummed out about and would back out of this over is if like I'm just gonna be a mess afterwards.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, if
your skin's gonna stretch, dude.
Well, it's going under the muscle, and you know, like, and I was like, and the doctors are completely unfazed. They're like 2 months it comes out, like
it's gonna be
absolutely
good.
No issue.
All right, so
you know, so
I'm gonna make a bet with you right now. Okay. What doctor are you going to use? Do you have a? You don't have to say his name.
I've got the consensus absolute best in the world at giving men gorgeous boobs.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Come on, there's more than a guy.
Here's what we're gonna do. So X5, if you go through this, X5 will pay for that.
Oh wow.
And pay to have them taken out.
Be careful because it's.
I'm not. No, I'm saying it on camera.
Hey, Steve, don't tempt him. He ain't messing around.
Well, I mean, dude, like we are. See, it's June 24th now. How many days until July 11th?
Yeah, dude, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean that's when it's happening. And
oh, it's already blown. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Look, I just so happen to have my checkbook with me. It's not a problem.
Dude, that actually means a lot to me. Thanks.
Just trying to help you out. Yeah. What size? Are you going?
Confirmed D cup.
Oh my God!
And that's kind of like the thing, being like,
we're going to be your tit sponsor.
I'm reasonably sure that at a public level, I have not disclosed this anywhere. So there's your exclusive.
There we go.
At least I gave him something in return.
Wow, dude.
That's special right there. That's classic.
D cups, man. You know, once we are buying boobs for people, we'll know we've made it.
Yes,
that's going to be our new goal.
Yeah, and shout out to those guys. Cassio, I saw him. He's a funny guy too.
Did you see Cassio's face when he said D cups? He was like, "What?" Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Woo. He said July 11th. My first thought was that was when Trump was supposed to get sentenced before they moved it. But that's literally 6 days away.
That would have overshadowed the sentencing.
Yeah, they moved that to September, but yeah, that would have. That's probably why they moved it to September. The judge in New York was like, "Oh, X5's giving Steve boobs. We're gonna have to move the sentencing. Nobody's gonna watch it."
They would have had the boobs in the big screen, and then just in the little screen in the corner, the Trump thing going on,
monitoring the Trump sentencing while we watch Steve-O get boobs on the main screen. God. Man, wild stuff. But anyway, love those guys. Love David and Cassio. They're going to make an appearance back on the podcast very soon. John Bird plays the guitar.
Yes.
Something we do every Friday. And since this is a rare event, we were off at the station. We're doing the podcast live. We thought we would do John Bird plays the guitar. You've got a song picked out. We've already been dinged once by YouTube for copyright, and we're hoping that does not happen again. So I want to, before we get started, let everybody know if we disappear off of YouTube or Facebook, we're sorry, but we're streaming right now on X, on Twitter, we're on Rumble, we're on Twitch, plenty of places to find us if they boot us off because John Bird is playing somebody else's music.
But it would be strange because remember at New Year's I did like 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah, that's true.
And didn't get booted. So hopefully I won't. This is probably very ill-advised. It's the toughest song I've ever done.
Really?
I usually, after singing it, can't sing anything else. And the guitar part is not easy as well. This is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Here we go.
God. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Harder than We Didn't Start the Fire that you did a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, because as long as I have the words in front of me and I can read them, I'm okay. But this is all about the voice.
It's hard to do. We Didn't Start the Fire even without the guitar, just trying to keep up with the words.
Right, the lyrics are so fast.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, that one was the toughest. But this is going to be, I think, the toughest combination of singing and playing.
Okay.
Well, thanks whoever took me out, because I'm the one that suggested We Didn't Start the Fire, and I was proud to have the toughest song to date. But apparently somebody else got this.
You know who the somebody else was?
Oh, it was Bird?
John Bird. He's the one that picked it.
Oh, that doesn't count then. I saw that.
We haven't gotten suggestions from people in like 3 weeks because we keep dropping the ball and getting it together or somebody's out or whatever.
I got to watch this volume here.
All right, so John Bird is going to play. What was it again? I forgot.
Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop Believing. And this is your official John Bird Plays the Guitar for July the 5th, 2024. If we get booted, remember, you find us elsewhere, Twitter, Rumble, Twitch. Take it away, John Bird, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
And listen, if you end up needing a mulligan, stop it, start over. We don't care. We're here chilling. It's a live podcast.
Get all the way through it. Ready?
Ready.
Oh, no.
No, not a good start. Not a good start.
To get that out of the way.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Move this up. There we go.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Wow. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Playing anything to roll the dice. Just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Woo!
Yeah.
Don't stop believing. Oh, to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Oh, to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't
he's out. He is out. What a hell of a job, John Bird. Wow, that was really good, my friend.
Those vocals are tough.
You did really good. Be careful there. You okay? You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, a little dizzy.
Okay, you listen. The people in the comments were just heaping praise on you. People couldn't believe.
Yeah, I know
that you pulled
Lynham
that
can
off.
play the drums, but he said he couldn't even sing this stuff.
He said, "Damn, boy, that dude can sing."
But I can't get through it. I can't do it for a live show.
What?
I sound like Peter Brady. When your voice changes.
No, that was really good, actually. And we could. That's why we kind of started chiming in, because we could tell like his voice is going. Let's see if we can help him.
Yeah.
But I can't hit those high notes either. I'm not.
Well,
a
when I
singer.
was younger, I could get through it. But, as you get older.
You want to ask Mini Don what he thinks of it?
Mini Don?
Little Don, excuse me.
I'm sorry. Little Don, what did you think of Don't Stop Believing?
We are going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.
That wasn't a good one. Try again.
They say, is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
One more.
For every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
He's
Don,
not.
wait, one more. Come on, Don.
I have a running war with the media. The most
He does not want to comment on your music, so it's fine. Maybe next time.
He's turned his back on
Little Don. Maybe next
Little
time.
Don.
Also, a very proud moment. We were able to survive the copyright on that.
Yes.
YouTube didn't kick us off. We have, and I got to give props to everybody that's watching. We have consistently, for this to be our first live stream where we're doing multiple platforms, we have consistently had 100 people at all times, and I don't know how that breaks down. Usually Facebook doesn't have a lot of people, but we put it up there anyway. Twitter has got the bulk. YouTube gets the bulk. I don't know how Rumble turned out. I don't know if what our Rumble numbers are going to be, but for the first time doing this, and especially getting cut off halfway through and having to restart,
yes,
it's pretty good.
Great recovery.
And it's a pretty good job, everybody.
And some poop stories, too.
And a lot of poop stories. But I actually learned a lot from those poop stories.
Actually, and I do hope it helps some people out there. I learned some things. I was able to share some things that I had learned, because when I had IBS, I did a lot of research. That's where I came up with the torpedo and the bird dog.
I had no idea about... I knew what a bird dog was, but I didn't know about the torpedo deal. I mean, I know what it is, but I didn't know the terminology for it.
Maybe that's the newest Fell in the Dead Man.
Could be.
Bird dog and the torpedo.
Yes.
Because Biden might come out for a little bit and then he hides. Comes out for a little bit and hides. And Donald Trump just shoots out of the gate like a torpedo.
He's the bird dog of presidents.
No, he's the torpedo of presidents.
No, Joe Biden is the
Joe
bird
Biden.
dog.
Oh, yeah, he's the bird dog for sure.
Man. Good stuff.
Well, I learned about 1922 first participation trophy in Ohio. And also, if you got floaters, remember, drink more water.
Yes, more water. Water's always good. Water is always suggested.
Gotta drink water.
By Tony Gump. Sunshine, meat, all that stuff. We're going to get out of here. Again, thank you guys so much for being so gracious to us. You've done a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
And bearing with us with our technical difficulties. Tony Gump, do you have some final words, my friend?
Final words are just enjoy your weekend if you can spend time with family. Hope you learned something today, and thanks for tuning in this time. I'll skip all the other crap.
John Bird, would you like to try one more piece before you go of Andrew's first Ghost Pepper?
No, it's been a good show. I don't want to ruin my afternoon.
Okay, all right, just checking.
But I do have a few simple words to say. 3 words, actually. Look at me. Look at me, all 100 of you. Don't stop believing. A singer in a smoky room. No, that doesn't work. Don't stop believing.
Wow.
That was so touching.
That was.
And don't worry, if you bird dog and drink plenty of water, it will come out.
Okay, see, that's what I was waiting on right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks again so much. We will be back with a new podcast very, very soon. And until next time, see you, cuz!